Side go in.
Yes.
Walls, and then we milled the shiplap ourselves.
That's how okay.
So we're talking thin hands, fingers, and somebody's doing a layback.
Cheating.
Euro style.
Euro style.
So for the thin hands, sometimes for me, I will go tapeless. Even though you might get some gobies, as you can see, I've already got some on my hands. But it just, for me, it just makes it a little bit easier and feels a little more secure when I don't have added tape that I'm fighting against. So for this same technique, but you just got a little bit less space to kind of work with. And then when it gets tight, I will turn my hands upside down to get some of that thumb leverage.
So can you show us that technique down here on the lower crack where we can see it?
Sure.
So this finger crack is about the same size as the other one up high?
Yeah, well, down here at the bottom it is. So I start to kind of get my thumb, because this doesn't feel secure anymore, because most of my hand's now kind of out of the crack, but kind of being able to push my thumb in and still kind of cam that thumb down.
Let me see with your left hand. Yeah, so you're using the medium
Still
thumb.
feels, yeah, pretty good and much more secure than trying to go this way. But it definitely gets much less secure when you're there, because it's still too, I mean, I could do thumb stacks, but it's still pretty wide. I don't think I could hang on that comfortably. Not quite a thumb stack for me. Yeah, I kind of slide in that. So it's the meat of my hand. Yeah, it's kind of, you can see where that line. I just kind of am pushing. Yeah.
Are you like swimming hand over hand when you do that, or are you shuffling?
No, I'm going hand over hand when I do that. Yeah.
Find this finger crack.
So completely, now to say this is a completely different finger size, so you'll see Joe's fingers in relation, whereas Kristina down here was doing more of a thumb thing down here. That's going to be way too thick for me and for Joe as well. So he's going to be, well, I mean, if you're really low, Joe, maybe you could show finger stacks.
Yeah.
You could show like a ring lock.
I'll be like, I'll use my thumb like in the, like right here. My thumb will be in there, and then my fingers will come down on top of my thumb to push. These two fingers are going to come down and push on my thumb. Push the pad on my thumb into this wall, and the back of my thumb into that wall, with the two fingers on top. So that's like what I would do in about that wide of a crack with thumb stack. But then once I can do that for a while. Problem is, like, the feet are really hard because I can only get the toe of my shoe in. And I'm actually just trying to work out how to do this, because I don't know if you drop your, I don't think you can drop your heel as much as you can in a hand crank. It's more of like a toe downward.
So a lot of people, if they can't get their toes into the crack, they're using the outside brand of their shoe. So you're kind of dropping your heel, and just smearing with the outside of your shoe. Yeah.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah,
the
and then
side
your
of
butt's way out.
it. So your butt's way out.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm like, I could be like this. Okay.
Yeah. At least meant to be comfortable.
Oh, it's not comfortable.
It's very desperate.
Very desperate. Okay. Maybe I could use some shot.
What?
Okay.
So whose idea was it to not put texture on this thing?
This thing was a compromise between budget and space and
It forces technique, though. It really does.
yeah. I mean, I think we have ultimately all become a fan of not having texture on it.
Come on.
Once I get good ring locks, I feel good at it. But here, like, that's a thumb stack, and now I'm turning into ring locks here because it's smaller.
Just
Come
getting
on.
whatever you can with his feet, stabilizing.
Come on.
Joe, come on. Try to get that rand. Get that rand in. Get that rand in.
Oh yeah, this is not.
So like Joe said, I'm placing my thumb, hooking it, and lapping my fingers over there. I'm pulling down with, pushing down with my fingers and pushing out with my thumb to really lock it in place there. I just go for the tip of my toe, I put it in and I cam it just to get every little bit of friction I can. Once I get higher, it gets too narrow and I just end up getting straight up finger locks. I put my fingers in and I twist. I'm not gonna be able to talk probably when I get up there. I'm gonna be trying really hard. So I'm gonna explain that now. They're really solid, they're very secure. They feel a little bit worrisome, like if you came off, you might leave your fingers in there. So be aware of that.
Oh, there's
That's a blown FA attempt. Try to cross over.
Come on.
How tall is this crack wall, dude?
16.
14.
14 feet.
Come on.
Come on, dude.
Come on.
Oh,
Nice.
you got, oh.
Come on. Come on. Nice.
Oh, this is where it gets sketchy, see? So I do not want to put my fingers in and do that, so I'm not going to.
Still on set, Anthony.
I thought we were going to see the FA there.
Ugh. It's really tricky because I get down to the place where I can't fit these knuckles in there and I have to get these. There's much less room to expand them. So when I push them in, they're like in there. So you're either going and get to the top, or if you come off, there's some damage that might happen. So I chose to back off. Excuse me.